is going on, everybody?
Welcome back to 10 in the Pit.
Today, we are at 1404 Taylor Road in Owego, New York, home of the Owego Bowl and
10 in the Pit Pro Shop.
Today's video is...
Alrighty guys, we got the Storm Ion Pro today. Full ball review. I've taken the last month and a half to learn this piece. Quick numbers on it, you're looking at RG 2.47, differential 0.035, mass bias of 0.014, I do believe. Yeah, 0.014. Asymmetrical bowling ball, a little scuffed. I haven't done much on it. You can tell it's kind of right out of box. Just might have a little bit of lane shine on it. I'm gonna go up 10 for you guys. We're bowling on chromium today. I'll get the sheet here for us in a second. Plays very typical to a house shot. Just doesn't have the miss room to the left or right, depending on which hand bowler you are. Not a horrible challenge pattern. Not very difficult. Does require the right surface and the right core, in my opinion. But all right, so that was up 10. That looked pretty good. I'm just going to keep on moving. 5 to the left. I'm going to try to hit this a little bit harder in between the second and third arrow. Flat 10. Try to add a little bit more rev to it. If that helps. So if you remember my fresh off the press, I felt like I had to rip it on a fresh house shot, which is still true. I have to rip the cover to get a little bit of shape. Normally I like a little bit more shape out of my benchmark bowling ball. I'm a big fan of the Venom shot. So that one there was a little bit better. Saw it go through the pin, saw it continuously drive. I probably should have got my fat butt out of the way. I'll try to do that one more time and get my fat butt out of the way. Even though we are bowling on chromium, it is very similar to a house shot. And the Ion Pro does phenomenal on it. Of course, focus on getting out of the way. Still look pretty good. Try it one more time. See if I can't put all 10 in the pit here. Light tap. I'm going to take it and keep moving. As I was saying, I normally like a little bit more shape out of my benchmark bowling balls. I really do like the Venom shot for that benchmark bowling ball. But I will state this. With the release of the EXJ Venom, I sold my Venom shot. Someone really wanted mine, so I also did that because the Ion Pro fills that spot very nicely as well. So chromium's a little bit heavier in the middle, so I got to really hit that on the bottom. Even though that did fall, it shouldn't have fell. Got very lucky. I guess that's what Quentin would call storm carry. But I did sell my Venom shot that I had drilled up for my benchmark ball, because this did replace it in my bowling bag. So we're going to 30, play the third arrow, and I'm gonna hit it just a little bit harder. So as you can tell, I really hit that, and that ball responded to my hand placement. That's what I really like about this bowling ball. Same with the Venom Shock. You can manipulate it, you can change it, you can change the front and back, where it's shaping, how it's shaping. I haven't seen this lead in a minute. So, take a crack at it here. Top of one. First rule of converting splits, you got to hit one. I hit one. Storm Ion Pro, I don't have much to complain about it, except for an asymmetrical bowling ball, the cover's a little weak. Let's try that one more time. I don't think I've struck playing the third ball yet. And this is where I normally play on a house shot. So as you can tell, as I'm releasing the bowling ball, you can hear the pop. I'm really hitting the bottom of the bowling ball. But once again, like I said, you saw me kind of come out flat, but it didn't really quite get there. You saw me overhit it, and you saw it overhook. That one there, you saw me add a little forward roll to the bottom, and found the pocket. That's what I like about this ball. Very easy to manipulate, very easy to change. We're gonna go in between the third and fourth. That one there, you can tell I didn't hit the bottom. I came out kind of flat, and you saw it kind of squeeze up and shake. And typical chromium, it leaves me a split. This one here I'm going to hit again so you can see the difference. What I really like about this bowling ball. I do have house shot available on 15 and 16, so I might edit a couple of house shots on this a little bit later, but I think chromium plays very similar. That one there hit a little bit harder. You can see it shape up different. That's what I really like about this bowling ball. I have no complaints about the Storm Ion Pro. Weird, right? That's 2 Storm balls this season. We're going to keep on going. We're going to play the 4th arrow. So this there, so you're starting to see the limits of a benchmark bowling ball. As you start to move your weight completely to the left and you're trying to play the volume of oil, that one there I didn't get out far enough so it didn't shape and drive back. But typical chromium split. Like I said, it's a little bit more difficult than a house shot, but it plays fairly similar. So as you can tell, I got that one out further, and you saw it drive. It does require the drive boards to make its shape. It's not a big, strong bowling ball. It's not the one you're gonna pull out of your bag fresh out of on league night, on your fresh house shot if it's a little wet. This is the ball that you're gonna take with you to every tournament though. This is the ball you're gonna take with you to every league night. And if it's a house you've never bowled in before, this is gonna be the first ball out of your bag to gauge whether you have to go stronger or weaker. That's what the benchmark bowling ball is. And this fills that very well. Storm did a phenomenal job with it. I was a little bit on the fence with it because it was asymmetrical, but they did very good. Got that tight. And I slowed it down. Still played a very good line, like I said. Really good bowling ball. I don't have much to complain about it at all, actually. Because if I want just a little bit more tape out of it. I just hit it with a fresh surface pad. And it converts my 10 pins very well, so I have no complaints about this bowling ball. I'm not going to go further than the 4th arrow. I mean, there's not really a need to. I mean, I kind of don't. Let's play the fit. Not like that. Not like that. Something like that. You saw I had to slow it down because in the heavier volumes of oil, you got to kind of force it to shape. Because it's not a big, strong asymmetrical bowling ball. It's not gonna get you out of every situation. But once the lanes break down, this ball's really good. That's the 5th arrow. I mean, I can even go further. You just have to slow your speed down because it's not a big, strong, asymmetrical bowling ball. Like I said, it's very manipulatable. That's what I really like about this ball. Storm did phenomenal with it. I didn't go with a stupid strong layout either. Oh, you probably can't see it. But the flare rings are kind of tight together. I'm going to go back to my happy spot. It means I'm probably going to miss first one here. Phenomenal bowling ball, phenomenal benchmark bowling ball from Storm. They did a really good job with this one. Alrighty, boys and girls, children of all ages, that would be my personal take on the Storm Ion Pro. Their new asymmetrical benchmark bowling ball is what they were targeting with it. I've taken the last month and a half to learn it. I've got well over 65, 70 games on it. I like how you can manipulate it front and back and left and right. I like how eager it is to adapt to your hand placement down lane. It is one of the better, well put together Storm balls I have thrown in a while. This ball is actually really good in my opinion. They were targeting the benchmark niche bowling ball with an asymmetrical core. I was on the fence at first, but they delivered and they did it very well. So that being said, I've got 65 to 70 games on the bowling ball. I've taken in the last month and a half to learn it. Was it worth my initial investment? That being said, or being stated as Storm delivered on what they promised. They didn't oversell it, didn't hype it up, and they did. It did everything that they promised it was going to do, and a little bit more. So yes, it was worth my initial investment. If I had to buy another one to fill that benchmark asymmetrical or symmetrical bowling ball, would I buy another one of these? Honestly, I probably wouldn't. I only sold my Venom Shock because I had this drilled and I knew I had to throw it for the next month. But it does almost the same thing. It gives me just a little bit of a different shape compared to the Venom Shock. And this is a little bit weaker. And there's a lot of house shots I've been on where the Venom Shock just gets a little bit too whippy on the back end. This doesn't do that. So that being stated, I still like my Venom Shock. I would probably buy a Venom Shock instead of an Ion Pro if I had to buy the one or the other. That is not knocking this bowling ball. This is a really good bowling ball. It's just a little bit less, like I stated earlier. It's just a little bit less of a benchmark bowling ball than what I like, but it's still really good. Would I recommend this in the shop? Yes, I have and I will. Like I said earlier, I've been looking for a bowling ball from the Storm line to replace that IQ Tour Solid phenomenal bowling ball. It's been a benchmark bowling ball for years, and they finally got a new one, in my opinion. This is phenomenal. Can't go wrong with it. Venom Shock's just a touch better, like I said, but Ion Pro is still really good. I know a lot of the guys watching the channel is like, oh shit, James found the Storm ball he likes. I stated earlier the DNA coil was a phenomenal asymmetrical pearl. I was kind of sad taking that out of my bag, but I'm not sad for long because the Intense Mindset looks that good and is that good too. But if you're in the market for a benchmark asymmetrical or symmetrical bowling ball, the Ion Pro should be on your list to take a look at, in my opinion. It's right there with the Venom Shock and the Game Breaker series from Brunswick. All three of them are very good, phenomenal benchmark bowling balls. Quinn is not going to let me live this down because that is 2. Actually, the Lightning Blackout was really good too. I just didn't like its price point. Storm has been kind of getting there. Like I said, I understand why Quinn has been putting holes in a ton of Hammer products, because he's still trying to find one that rolls good for him that he likes. I'm doing the same thing with Storm. I understand.
He's starting to drink the Kool-Aid.
There is no Kool-Aid sipping here, I trust you. But if you're looking for a benchmark symmetrical or asymmetrical bowling ball, the Storm Ion Pro should be on your list. Now, clear up a couple of housekeeping type things. All my guys pay for their bowling equipment. We are not sponsored. We get to be honest. I'm not going to tell you to go buy this bowling ball if this bowling ball is trash. I did not spend the last month and a half learning a product to tell you go buy it if it's not any good. If I say something is good, I believe it's really good. Now, that being said, bowling is very individualized. It's all about your style, all about your release. It's going to be different for everybody. That's why we're here. We are all a bunch of typical league bowlers. We don't do a lot of tournaments. When we do tournaments, we like to be competitive, yeah, but we're not out there bowling on the PBA. You want to watch PBA guys throw bowling balls? There's tons of other YouTube channels. We are your typical average league bowler. We bowl way too much, but we take the time to learn the product to come back and tell you about the product. Yes, our reviews are a little bit late, but that's because we're taking the time to tell you whether this ball is going to be worth your investment or not. All my guys pay for their stuff. We're not gifted anything. We don't want to be gifted anything, so don't ask where you can send bowling balls. I won't accept them. I don't want any other brands to send. No, I'm good. We are good. If I want a bowling ball on the channel, I will order the bowling ball. We will get it on the channel. I do not want you guys sending me anything. That being said, my core guys, you know who you are. I appreciate you. And if you guys want to comment away. All I ask is just be a little bit polite. You ain't got to be rude to get your point across. We love you guys. Thanks for joining the family. If you wouldn't mind, like, share, subscribe, hit the post notification bell, and we'll see y'all next time.